So today we're going to be going over 5 fragrances that have never let me down for compliments. These are kind of like those trusty old fragrances that you just throw on and wear out during the day, and you're basically guaranteed to get some sort of positive feedback. And hey, if someone doesn't come up to you and say that you smell good, chances are they're probably thinking it in their head, and they're probably telling their friends that, hey, that guy over there smells good. He smells really good. There's for sure a lot of fragrances out there that are very mass pleasing and that do the job really well. These are just 5 of them. Makes it very easy, very digestible if you want to grab some of these scents and just kind of have them as your fail-safe, dumb reach, compliment getting scents. These are all going to fit the bill perfectly. And we kind of have a nice mix up here for summertime and more cooler weather scents as well. So you can pick up a little bit of both and have a variety depending on the time of year. And also for the most part, I believe these are all under $50. Right at $50 and under is where these are going to come in at, with the exception of I think 1. But everything else, very affordable. And of course that is at discounters. You have to make sure you shop through them. You can't go pay retail because all these are going to be well over $80. So make sure you hit the links down below and pick these up at discounters. Let's get this one started with Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. Ambroxan, lavender, and bergamot are some of the main notes, along with this coal note, which I always find to be interesting. What does coal smell like? I'm not entirely sure, but actually when you smell the scent, it does have a texture and kind of the impression of a coal note. Essentially, it's kind of a metallic, peppery, sharp scent all the way around with a bit of a smoothness as well. And the coal kind of fits in there surprisingly well. What you need to know is that is ambroxan and lavender all the way through. This one, of course, no surprise, is very similar to Dior Sauvage, although much more affordable. Again, I believe you can get this Prada under $50, and Sauvage is going to be costing you in upwards of $80+ any day of the week, sometimes up into the $100 range on discounters. I've seen it that price before. So if you want a Sauvage alternative for about half the price, Carbon is one that I've been recommending for a long time, and I still wear it all the time. Again, what I love about this one is the fact that it just works every single time, no questions asked. This is one of my girlfriend's favorites, and every time I spray on Carbon, she picks it out and recognizes it immediately. I mean, what else can I say about this one? It's got a pretty decent following in the community. A lot of people really love it and swear by it for good reason. It's just a scent that works. Next up, we have Montblanc Explorer. Bergamot, ambroxan, and akagala wood are some of the main notes here. So this is one of those Aventus style scents, and I'm sure that's something that everyone knows at this point. And it's also no secret that these Aventus style fragrances work the best when it comes to getting positive feedback. I'm not sure what it is about this DNA that works so well, but it just does, and well, there's no sense questioning it. You might as well just take advantage of that and wear the stuff. The original real Creed Aventus is going to be out of the reach for the majority of people out there, which I totally understand, and that's why you have something like Explorer. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of this one in the beginning, and it's not because it's an Aventus clone, and I don't like Aventus clones. I don't care. I have a lot of Aventus clones, and the ones that are good are good. But I found the dry down to be a bit lackluster for me in the beginning. I was just a harsh critic on this one. Over time, I've started to wear it more, and I really stepped back and I took a look at the price that this one is at on discounters. I took a look at the performance and just kind of what it offers, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I was being a bit tough on this one. All in all, it's actually a pretty solid scent, just everything considered. It's got good performance. It comes in at under $50. You can get a tester that I believe still comes with a cap, and you can be into the mid-40 range. It's just a really nice pickup. And of course, compliments galore with this one, like you would expect from an Aventus style scent. So yeah, if you've been on the fence for this one and you're after a affordable Aventus style scent, check out Montblanc Explorer. It's really solid. It's got a very versatile scent DNA. You can wear it in spring, summer, fall, and winter for any situation. That's another big key selling point about this one. You can wear it for anything. This next one, we have a primarily summertime oriented scent. Of course, you could wear this year round, but really summertime is going to be the best. At least when I think of this fragrance, I think of hot summer days, the sun out. Not like today, we actually have rain coming. I heard a bit of thunder, so this might turn out to be a little bit interesting. But this one is from Versace, and it is Versace Mano Fresh. Lemon, bergamot, and starfruit are some of the main notes. So this, fun fact, a lot of you know this, but a lot of you also don't if you're new to the channel, was one of the first fragrances that I ever purchased. You could say that this kind of was responsible for the fact that I even have a channel. And actually, this was also the first video that I ever did on fragrances. It was a fragrance review of Versace Mano Fresh. So yeah, in one weird way, that fragrance is kind of why I'm here doing this. Sure, I could have gotten into it with another fragrance or whatever, but maybe I would have picked up something that I didn't really like that much and wouldn't have been impressed, and it just wouldn't have caught on. But I always think that's pretty cool. You know, it's a fragrance that I got into when I first started collecting, and even now, it's one that I still own, still wear, and still recommend. So you get that star fruit note, it's tropical, it's bright, it's fresh. You get that lemon, you get that bergamot. It's very citrus heavy with a big dose of musk as well, kind of in the base. It's musky, citrusy. That's about it. But I really like it though. It's very tropical and playful. You know, it seems simplistic. It seems like it could be boring, but I always find that it just hits the spot. Especially on really hot summer days when the sun is out and you're going to the beach or something, it's one of the best. I have higher quality, more unique, just all around to be considered better citrus fragrances in my collection, on the niche side and even on the designer side. But Versace Mano Fresh is one that I always still gravitate towards. And again, when it comes down to compliment factor, the thing works like a charm. Every single time I get some sort of positive feedback. It's just so pleasant and playful and fun. And again, when you pair it up with a hot, nice, beautiful summer day, it works so well. So this next one I believe is going to be the scent that goes above our $50 threshold. Coming from Yves Saint Laurent, this one is Loam Le Parfum. So yeah, being a YSL, you would expect it to go above that price point. But at the same time, I believe this is still a bit cheaper than a lot of the other flankers, just because it's a bit less desirable. It's a bit of a, I don't know, cheaper scent all around, not in a bad way, and actually a good way. It's good that you can get more affordable. That's just kind of the price point that this one falls in. Again, not crazy expensive, but also not really super cheap or necessarily super affordable either. It's kind of where it sits. Amberwood, geranium, and ozonic notes are some of the main notes. So I've been talking highly of this scent here lately, and the reason why out of nowhere I've been talking about it a lot is because I just discovered it recently and I realized that it is really good. This is another story that I told a few times here on the channel, but I actually ordered this fragrance from overseas last year when it first came out. So I believe that was in like February or something like that. I placed my order February of last year along with a couple other new releases, and it was like $800 worth of cologne, a lot of them being new releases coming from overseas. That package got lost. And so all of that, I never got any of it. I was able to get a refund. I had to file a chargeback through my credit card, but I was able to get the money back. Just no fragrances. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but at the same time, when you're shopping overseas and they have to ship it, that's a risk you got to be willing to take. And well, I lost out on that one, kind of. So after that happened, Loam Le Parfum got pushed back. I was caught up with all of the other new releases that were coming out last year, which actually weren't that many, but still, we were getting some and just doing other things, other videos here on the channel, and I kind of forgot about that stuff. Fast forward to, I want to say a couple months ago, I started grabbing the rest of the Loam line for a buying guide video, which I have done. It is on my channel, and so ultimately I got Loam Le Parfum, so I was testing it to see what it was all about before I did the video, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, this is actually good. When I first sprayed it on, I was like, you know, maybe I didn't miss out on not getting this one in, and I kept testing it more. I wore it out in the heat. I really let it develop, and I was thoroughly impressed. You get that original Loam DNA with a bit of a blue fragrance bubblegummy sweetness on top, and you also get just overall a bit of that spicy semi-sweetness coming from the original Loam. You know, the original is all about that apple ginger combination type of smell, and you get that in Loam Le Parfum, just with a bit of a blue summer fragrance vibe. Again, the fact that it has that sweetness and spiciness really makes it appealing for me when it's hot outside. I don't know, it sweetens up and smells amazing. Again, that sweet spiciness really is appealing to me in the summertime, which is weird. You would think you'd want the opposite, but when you get some heat on it outside, it opens up, it smells really good and really addicting. So this last one, we're gonna move over to a Ferragamo scent. This one is Ferragamo Uomo. Tonka bean, cardamom, and sweet notes are some of the main notes, along with some ambroxan as well. So this is a ultra sweet dessert tiramisu smelling scent, and did I say it's very sweet? I feel like every time I talk about this I have to emphasize that, because not everyone is going to like this. Not everyone is just going to be ready for this. You know, this is a big change from what you may be used to typically. If you're someone who has been wearing Fierce and Nautica Blue and fragrances like that, even Dior Sauvage, right? All of these masculine, fresh, musk, aroma chemical based fragrances, fresh aroma chemical, and you go over to Ferragamo Uomo, you're literally going from one end of the extreme to the other. Like, it is sweet stuff, but I really like it, and women really like it as well. It's affordable, comes in at about $30 to $35. It's a great compliment getter. It's very, very strong. It's definitely suited for the winter time. You don't want to wear this one when it's hot out. Wintertime evenings out, wintertime during the day, going to parties, clubs, that sort of thing, this stuff would kill it. So guys, I think that's going to do it for me. That was 5 fragrances that have never let me down in terms of compliments. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I do want to hear from you. What are some fragrances that have never let you down when it comes to getting you positive feedback? Leave it down in the comments. And guys, remember, if you want to grab any of these that I talked about today at a discount, hit the links down below. They'll take you right there. You can pick them up easily. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.